Welcome to day 38! Now, if you can remember, dun sa mga naunang sections natin, I guess dun sa common network devices, dun pa sa pinakaunang chapter, Fundamentals of Network, is we already talked about routers and we know na ang mga routers operates on layer 3 of the OSI. Uy, kulay white pala yun. Of the OSI, ulitin ko of the OSI or TCP/IP model. So, layer 3, when we talk about layer 3, we are dealing with logical or IP addressing. Okay? Kasi, di ba, we're dealing with packets here in terms of PDUs. Kasi if you can remember, or if you can recall, in terms of PDUs, we have 4. Di ba? So, layer 1, we talk about bits or zeros and ones. And then layer 2, we talk about frames. Ito yung sa switching. Frames ang tawag natin dun sa PDU na yun. And then layer 3, which is routers or handled by routers, we talk about packets. And then layer 4 or yung sa sessions layers and almost above, we talk about segments here. Okay? Nandyan yung segments. Okay? So we're good with that. Ano lang yun? Refresh. Now, when we talk about layer 3 or when we talk about IP addressing or router in particular, ang pinakatalagang goal niya or ang pinakatalagang main function or role niya sa network natin is to really connect different networks together. Okay, kasi kung tutusin, if you have a flat network, if you have a one large subnet dun sa infrastructure mo, pwedeng wala ka namang router eh. Kung tutusin, for example, ang design ng ng network mo, which is never yata nang nangyari, is you have switches. So, nandyan yung mga workstation, for example, and then you have another switches here. Nandyan ulit yung mga workstation, and then you have another switches. Diba? So, single link of failure, cascading switches, hindi yan ginagamit. Bihirang-bihira. And then, bihira rin sa mga corporate or enterprise ang walang router kasi kailangan mong connect sa internet eh. Okay? And then, that's a different or that's a separate network which you needs a router. As well as, you have to implement VLANs, etc. in the corporate or enterprise environment. So, hindi uubrot ng mga ganitong setup na flat or cascading network. Single link of failure, tedious management, etc. Not scalable, not easy to manage. That's why we need routers. So, in connecting different networks, routers, main role is to really find the optimal way or the best path or the fastest way possible kung paano mararating or kung paano niya ma-deliver yung packet from that source to destination. So, yun talaga yung role niya. Connect different networks and then deliver the packet from the source to destination the fastest way, the optimal way possible. So, kailangan niyang mahanap or kailangan niyang ma-identify ano yung best path. Okay? For example, di ba? If you're using Waze, Google Map, etc., and then, dun sa location na destination mo, di ba? Maraming ways. Pero maraming ways or maraming daan, maraming possible path, ika nga. Pero, if you're going to take a look, di ba, ang pinakaunang binibigay sa ni Waze or ni Google Map is the fastest way possible. Okay? Make sense? Di ba? So, it's almost the same thing when working with routers. It gives us the best path possible para ma-deliver yung packet natin from source to destination. It does that by using its called or yung database niya na tinatawag natin na routing table, kung saan nandun yung best path kung paano mararating ng isang source or paano mararating yung destination na yun. Okay, kasi ang ini-install lang niya sa routing table niya, excuse me, is yung pinaka-the best or pinaka-mabilis na way para marating or ma-deliver yung packet to that destination. So, it's powered by routing protocols, administrative distance, and metrics, which we are going to talk about later on this chapter. Pero you now understand or na-refresh ka na sa basics kasi diniscuss na natin to eh. I also created a separate or talagang dedicated video about routing table. So, we're gonna talk about that later on this section. Okay? So, as you can see here, diba? Saan na yun? Yan. Kahit medyo magulo na. So, you can see here, we have a simple network diagram which is our router is here, connected sa internet. Ayan yung internet natin kahit hindi nyo medyo nakikita pero internet yan. And then we have two switches, switch A and B. Now, let's say for example na si PCA gusto niyo makipag-connect kay PCB. 'Di ba? Pero nasa same network sila, same subnet or same VLAN. So, hindi mo na kailangan to kung tutuusin. Hindi mo na kailangan ng router. Kasi, switch can forward the traffic from PCA to PCB or frames kasi switch ang pinag-uusapan natin without using a routing or without using a router. Kasi they are on the same VLAN. They are on the same broadcast domain. Now, let's take for example, ang gustong kausapin ni PCA is si PCC. And then, let's assume, assuming, since nasa kabilang interface siya ng router natin, they are on a separate subnet or different network. Kasi nga, ang mga routers, each interface has or specifically designed for separate networks. We're gonna talk about that in the future. Pero let's say or let's assume na si PCC, hindi mo pala masyadong kita. Ililipat ko yung camera ko. Ayan. So, si PCC yung gusto niyang kausapin, which is on the separate or different network. Now, hindi uubra na madadala or madideliver yon ni switch A. It needs to go through a layer 3 device kasi ang titingnan nila doon is IP address. Okay? So that's why we need to have that router or a multi-layer switch which is doing the routing. So, meaning, we need to have routing in place. Make sense? So, kung paano niya madadala, so we're gonna do that later. So, i-check niya yung routing table niya. And then, kung nakita niya na meron siyang way papunta kay PCC or dun sa subnet or dun sa network kung nasa nabibilang yon, dun niya ipapadala yon via routing protocols, etc. etc. We're gonna talk about that later on this video or later on this chapter. Pero, you now getting the point. You now getting the high-level view concept kung paano talaga siya gumagana. By the way guys, kaunting patalastas, I'd like to invite you to one of our premium courses dito sa Tech Academy, yung aming CCNA Masterclass, kung saan tutulungan kang matuto ng basic networking kagaya nitong mga pinag-uusapan natin ng mas malalim pa, plus all the topics and all the lessons na kasama sa updated CCNA curriculum, CCNA 200-301 version 1.1. So when you join the CCNA Masterclass, you'll get complete access to CCNA video tutorials na Taglish or Tagalog-English, lab exercises and challenges, quizzes, practice exam. You also have access to our private Facebook study group, downloadable slides, official training certificate, priority support, and then yung mga software and tools na kakailanganin mo sa iyong self-study, kasama na rin yun. Plus, it also includes bonuses kagaya ng CCNA Fundamentals ebook, expert interview series, goal setting and self-study tips, study calendar kung saan nakalatag na yung mga lessons, meron ng recommended number of hours and days kung saan susundan mo na lang yung ating program or yung ating course. We also have career interview tips and then as well as access to Tech Academy exclusive event sa mga member kapag meron na ulit tayong, let's say for example, personal or in-person meetup. So lahat ng mga to kasama sa CCNA Masterclass course or CCNA Masterclass program when you join. And here's the good news. We are running a 50% off again this week up until Saturday. You can see all the details at techacademy.ph/CCNA. Again, that's techacademy.ph/CCNA para sa detalye and instruction. Right? Now, in our, to make it short or in summary or in a high-level overview, ang pinaka-function talaga ng router natin is to check the destination inside its routing table kung available siya. And then kung available, which is basically kung ano yung nasa routing table niya, yun na yun eh. Kung ano yung best path or best optimal way kung paano mararating ni router yung destination. Okay? So, check niya yung routing table niya and then makikita niya doon kung ano yung pinaka-best path para marating yung destination via its routing protocol. So, nandyan na pumapasok sila OSPF, sila EIGRP, which we are going to talk about in the near future in this chapter. And then, once it's identified the best path, i-forward niya yun dun sa kanyang exit or next hop IP address. So, exit interface, which is basically yung interface kung saan niya nakikita na pwedeng marating yung destination ng pinakamabilis. For example, PCA kanina, di ba? PCA needs to communicate to PCC. Okay, now, di ba? Ito yung exit interface ko. If my source is PCA. Diba? Ang exit interface ko, it's either ito, diba? Serial, or itong FA00. Now, in terms, ang destination niya is PCC, this will going to be my exit interface or next hop IP address, yung IP ng FA02 na yon. Dun ko ipapadala yung traffic if the source is PCA and the destination is PCC. Now, this is just a small scale example. High level overview. Ibig sabihin, in a large network, ganun yung nangyayari pero maraming dinadaanan. For example, multiple networks, multiple switches, multiple routers pero the concept is the same. Pinapasimple lang natin para talagang hindi ka ma-information overload and parang talagang maintindihan mo ng bit by bit or himay-himay kung paano nangyayari in the background. Right? And then, let's say for example, i-check niya yung routing table niya. Now, what if, for example, pag-check niya ng routing table niya, wala naman akong routes or wala akong naka-install sa routing table ko about dun sa subnet or about dun sa network ni PCC. What should I do? Now, it's going to check if there is a configured default route na statically configured na default route or learned by the router, for example. Kung wala, it's going to drop the packets. O kaya naman, kung may rules na naka-apply, for example, may ACL, hindi naman pala pwedeng connect talaga si PCA, papunta kay PCC. The-drop niya rin yung packet or depending on the rules na naka-set or naka-apply sa kanya. Pero, you're now getting the point, di ba? So, in order to reach different networks or different subnets, it needs to go through a router or through a layer 3 device. Kasi kung tutusin, for example, pwede naman to na multi-layer switch. Okay? Ito, ayan. Pwede rin siyang multi-layer switch. Okay? Kasi it has the capability of a router na mag-provide ng routing. So, switch siya, di ba? Katulad nung diniscuss nga natin dun sa common network devices, switch siya, pero you can enable routing and then you can assign IP addresses on its port. Pwede mo siyang gawing routed ports natin na tinatawag kung saan mag-a-assign ka ng IP addresses sa kanya. Pero, we're gonna talk about that later on in this video. In this chapter. Pero, before we end this video, okay, I'd like to show you again our sample network diagram. And as you can see, we have several or multiple routers here. Diba? So, sa site natin, okay, as you can see, since we are, ito yung site natin, diba? Site 1. Diba? So, if our traffic is only traversing in our network, meaning we only have one main subnet. Okay? One main subnet. Even if we have multiple VLANs here, di ba? VLANs is equals to subnet kasi or a network. Di ba? Now, so you can see, sir, sabi mo, pagka separate VLANs, kapag separate network, kailangan natin ng router. Now, bakit yung router mo palabas na lang? Now, look at this. This is a multi-layer switch. Ibig sabihin, we will configure that as a router or may routing capability siya para yung mga traffic natin na pag ganyan-ganyan lang sa site natin or within our site, hindi na kailangan lumabas or pumunta ng router. Ang talagang dadaan lang mismo sa router is yung mga traffic na papunta sa ibang sites. Let's say, for example, may sites ka pa dyan, connected din dyan sa mga ISP na yan. Doon na lang sila dadaan kung ano yung main ISP mo. For example, Edge 01, ganyan siya, o kaya Edge, yan. O kaya naman, kung papuntang internet, doon na siya dadaan. Palabas na, kasi nga, separate networks na. So, ang ginagawa natin, within our local area network or within our site, for example, since we have different VLANs or kung meron tayong different VLANs or different subnets, we do internal routing via multi-layer switch. And then kapag ka-external na, for example, external, ibig sabihin, palabas na ng site natin, ha? That's where we pass it through a router. Summary na. Kung tutuusin, sinasama rin natin yung routes or yung addresses para hindi masyadong overhead or less CPU usage dun sa mga devices natin. You get the point? So as you can see here, router yan, saan yun? Router yan, router din, mga ISP, router yun. Actually, the internet is just interconnections of thousands or millions of routers kung tutuusin ng mga ISP magkakakonect. So, sa colo natin, ganun din. And then sa internet, ganun din. Nakakonect sa router ng ISP. Kasi nga, it provides or it connects you from one network to another. Okay? This is one network now. In a large scale, kumbaga, in a large scale overview, itong kumpanya mo is considered a single network, okay, or a simple network, and then yung ISP mo, another network, another ISP, another, you get the point? They are interconnected by routers. So, kumbaga yung internet, kapag kabubuklatin mo yan, kung meron ka mang mabubuklat, it's just an interconnection of routers via ISP, via different organizations, via different companies na may kanya-kanyang IP addresses. We already discussed IP addresses on the first chapter of this course. So, dapat naiintindihan mo na kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng public IP, private IP, etc. Okay? So, going back dito sa ating network diagram, you now understand by looking at this picture, by looking at this diagram, you now understand kung saan natin ginagamit at para saan talaga yung mga routers. Okay? So, it is being used to route packets into different networks. It's being used to connect different networks together, and it's doing its function, or it's doing that function by having a routing table kung saan nandun yung mga best path kung paano mararating yung isang destination. Make sense? Very good. Okay? So, in the next video, we're gonna talk about components of a router as well as how routers, paano nangyayari na fino-forward ng router. For example, kung papunta kang internet, ano bang kulay maganda? Black. For example, ito, di ba? Si PC. Okay, si laptop, papuntang internet. Paano nalalaman ni router kung edge yung primary ko na doon ako pupunta? Kung internet yung destination ko, let's say Facebook. Okay? Now, paano naman malalaman ni router? Ito pa rin yung ano ko ha. Ito pa rin yung source ko. Kung ang pupuntahan ko lang, for example, isang server dun sa kabilang site. Kung may site pa ako dito. Diba? So, paano nangyayari yun? We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna discuss about that here in this section. Okay, so I hope by the end of this video, right now, you now have the fundamental understanding. You now understand the concepts kung para saan at saan ginagamit at kung paano ginagawa ng router yung function na yan. So, I guess I ending that lesson or this lesson here. I'll see you on the next one where we're gonna talk about more detailed functionalities and characteristics of a router.